Hello, it's Dan, the real estate guy, coming to you from my home office once again with one of my favorite types of videos. You know, you have the core training videos, you have the on-site location. Those are all fun and they're valid as far as the lessons are concerned, but I think the actual deals like this one, the home runs, are fun to go over. Now, you're not going to hit a lot of home runs when you're brand new. It might feel like a home run when you hit a double, right? This one was a big home run for me. It's important to understand that it took years and years and years to get in position to do this transaction, to have the knowledge level, the right contacts, all that good stuff. But here's the receipt for the property, just to keep it short and sweet. It was a trustee sale. It was extremely risky, but sometimes with the right education, the right knowledge level, you'll be able to take a calculated risk. I don't want you running out there making a lot of risk at the beginning because you don't have that built up in you yet. This was after, 20 plus years of experience, now over 25, but this one took place last year. I recognized the opportunity. I had no bidders against me, meaning there was no competition. They didn't recognize it, or they weren't carrying enough money on that day, or they weren't willing to take the risk that I took. I happened to have looked at this subdivision due to some family friends that wanted to buy this particular type of property. And it was a real fluke that one came up for me that had a bid that was low, because only 2%, 2 out of 100 homes get a low bid. And you never know which ones they're going to be. All right, this is all going to be covered on an advanced video. But bottom line was, I had the opportunity to buy a property that sold in January of 2007 for $1.1 million. Value had fallen all the way to about $550, in this particular case, $550,000. And I had the opportunity to buy it for $310,000. Matter of fact, this is the receipt, and the actual amount I paid was $310,740.26. I had to pay in cashier's checks when I won the bid. All right, so I paid for the house right on the spot. I was then able to sell it on a win-win transaction. You know that every video we have, just about everyone, mentions the win-win concept. Right? Even though this was my career best ever, clearing more than $140,000 in profit, imagine what that feels like. Anytime you can get a six-figure check, they're not that common. It feels really good. It probably took a lot of knowledge and a lot of risk in order to get that. All right, but in this case, even though I knew the property was worth probably $550 or higher, I sold it to my brother's very close family friends for $475,000. They win, they get a property with equity. I win because it's the best transaction I've ever done. All right, had some that were close, but nothing quite like that. One of the best. I can think of a few on the apartment complexes that were better, but this was an amazing transaction. It was unexpected. I was watching for it, but I didn't think it was going to happen. And I found out about 10 minutes before they called the sale, I found out the bid. I took a bit of a risk because my driver wasn't to the property when I had to bid. All right, you don't want to do that. That's not recommended. I felt pretty good about it because I had been on the street just a few months earlier. I didn't see any fire damaged properties, but if this property had burned down the day before, I would have bought a pile of ashes for $310,000. Not good. So I don't recommend taking that risk. It was a calculated risk. It was a little bit gutsy, but I did it on everything that I knew, and I was convinced there was a house there, and I took the chance, and 5 minutes after I bought it, my driver got there to confirm. The property was in good shape. It also had a swimming pool and a pool house, which was a little bit unexpected, but it turned out to be a great transaction. I was getting it so low that I knew, as long as it wasn't burned down, I was going to be okay. Even if the previous owner had trashed the property on the way out, even if they had stripped it of all of its appliances, its hot water heater, they could have, broke all the windows, I would have been fine. I would have been able to deliver this product fixed up to the end buyer. I might not have been able to give it to them for the $475, which I did. Maybe if I had to put a bunch of money in it, we would have had to be closer to market value. But I looked at this whole thing that it was going to work. It was going to work, and I took the risk. And I paid $310,740.26 and sold it for $475. Those work. They're very exciting. There's lots of opportunity in this business, but there's not lots of these. So to be in a position to capture one now and then is fantastic. It kind of makes your year. Think about that. I could take that money. I know there's taxes to pay. We're not giving tax advice today, but I could take that money, for example, buy a duplex for less than that 140 and leave it free and clear and let it pay me every month for the rest of my life. I mean, it would be like buying income. So there's all kinds of possibilities in this business. I just wanted you to be exposed to the home runs as well as the regular deals. Heck, we're even going to show you some that didn't work and why they didn't work. Those are going to happen from time to time. When you do volume, you're going to have some of those. If you're doing one at a time, we're going to teach you how to avoid those mistakes or avoid those pitfalls in the marketplace, and you'll probably be fine. All right? You just need to become an expert in your marketplace, know values cold, know what a deal is, know how much equity you need to capture in order to make your profit gold. All right? We'll see you on the next video. Thank you.